small, medium-sized enterprises, people coming out of this area. Now we are welcoming more and more, we call it white-collar work. But maybe this shows you why I'm smiling and still looking very positive in the future. Here it shows you the dynamic on the left side, the development between 2012 and 2025, what we are expecting in terms of so-called middle class. So the disposable income, the increase of the income in China is rapidly growing. So with this, people also upgrading their lifestyle, right? And the potential is getting bigger and bigger. To comparison, and you ask about the auto finance or leasing in the US or in UK, you can see that the powerful middle class in China, only China, will have the same as North America and Europe together. And with this you can see how powerful China already is, but even will develop in the future. And these are all potential car buyers. So in the past, coming back to 2011, you can see this on the left side, the blue box. In the blue box are the people, the cash-rich people. So maybe we saw the car in 2011, 2012. Financial services and leasing opens you much more opportunities to welcome all the customers who are dreaming to try a BMW, but maybe based on perception are not doing it yet, but with our programs and our solutions, we will welcome them, and we are doing this already. Another point is we were talking about loyalty. Financial services gives you much more opportunities to attract customers. From a used car to a new car, from a lower brand new car or mass brand, welcoming into the premium brand. If you welcome a customer today who might buy a car, if you have good salespeople, they have even the opportunity to upgrade the specs or upgrade the car. So there may be customers coming with the perception, okay, I would like to buy a 3 Series. And the clever sales guy said, okay, hey, with this kind of monthly budget, you can afford also a 5 Series. So financial services solutions, it doesn't matter if it's loan or lease, give you a much more bigger tactical opportunities to welcome new customer group and within the dealership to upgrade the customer and the cars. Okay? So, and then also what I already explained is, if you have a very, very good CRM and sales process in your dealership, this customer will stay with you. Okay, so it's what we're expecting in China is the development that Chinese customer will more and more appreciate a personalized service. And as better as we are developing in this direction, as let's say the whole family of the BMW group in China, including the dealer, if they are paying much more attention to it, this is one of the biggest differences. Okay? So this is one of our secret, and it's a very, very abstract slide. It shows you how we have structured our products. But please allow me to give let's say, to give you a little bit a bigger picture. When I came to China 4 years ago, the financial services business was very simple structured. So it was a standard loan offer, and to give you an indication about the standard loan offer, you have a car, let's say, for 240,000 RMB, okay? And forget all these complicated things with interest rate. You have a 24 months term, and everybody can calculate this. It means 10,000 RMB per month. Not everybody has 10,000 RMB, right? So, and you're doing a pre-selection. Only interesting is this program for people who have left over 10,000 RMB per month. And what happened in 2016, so this is almost, I think this was April 2016, so maybe, I don't know, 14 months ago, there was the indication that the regulator in China, and for us this is the CBRC in this case, will, let's say, easing the rules and the regulation in the financial services business. We anticipated this already in the first quarter and thought, okay, what matters most for customers? Or coming back, what are the trigger points for customers to accelerate the BMW tree? So emotions and rational thinking. So emotion is the brand, emotion is the car, emotion is the model, emotion is BMW. And then there you're coming back to a very rational things. Do I have enough money to afford this? And we said, okay, we need to develop a strategy. If our anticipation is right that the CBRC will, let's say, lift the rules, so what is necessary to do? And we came up with 2 additional product offers. So coming back to my 240,000 RMB car, divided through 24 months, you are paying 10,000 RMB. What we offered was, the first one was the right side, we call it balloon. And with the balloon, we started to have much more flexibility in the monthly payment. And we came up and said, okay, we can reduce the 10,000 RMB to 7,500 RMB. So with this 7,500 RMB, we can widen the range for our fans, right? We will welcome a much broader customer group. And then we developed another product, we call it bonus program, where we also customizing the monthly installment due to the budget of the customer, and we reduced even more from 10,000 over 7,500 bucks to 5,000 RMB, the monthly installment. So we have now, and you have to consider in our finance, we are getting always down payment. So what we are doing is we have currently products in place, and one is the new 1 Series, where we are with down payment and other opportunities, offering the customer even monthly installments between 1,000, 2,000 or 3,000. So with this, we are welcoming much more fans, and we are supporting the BMW crew in China to reach out to new customer groups. Okay? Understood? So this is the story behind this slide. This is, it looks very abstract, but behind this is the secret of the success. And the interesting point was, I remember it took us 5 or 6 years in Germany to get this kind of, let's say, evolution in financial services into the market. In China, it took us 4 months. So since September last year, and Alan is laughing, we were by ourselves really surprised, because every second car was then financed by us. And the dealer, F&I manager, and especially the customer, adopted this very quick. We were also very lucky, because we convinced our colleagues from the marketing departments to integrate this affordability concept in the marketing approach, so that we have nationwide rollouts. And one of the successful rollout was the last one with the new 1 Series. I think this was the 888 monthly installment, where we are appealing more and more young customers for our brand. And this is also then very rational. So I have this money left over the months in my wallet, and I have the desire and the emotion to drive a BMW car. You have this advertising, and you see, oh, I can do it. I can afford the car for 888. So, and then the rational things are very quick overcome with the emotions of, okay, I can do it. I can afford it. I will do it. And so this simple slide is one of the secrets of success. We went live in April. We started to become successful since September last year. And this is also something, in our business, you can copy and paste these products very quick. You know, you don't have a pattern on it. So you have to be faster than the competitors. Now all the competitors, let's say this Audi, all the other ones, having it. But the middle one not. The middle one is still a unique BMW auto finance program. And this is also to redirect, and in China, a lot of customers looking into interest rate. And my answer is, you don't pay percentage. What you pay is hardcore RMB money, right? And what matters is what do you have to pay? So you don't have to pay 9, 10, 7, or 6%. You have to pay 1,000 RMB, 2,000 RMB, or 3,000 RMB. So very rational and very pragmatic. And with this, we have the flexibility, and we are not talking about interest rates and all these kinds of ugly things, sorry. We are talking about really facts. Customized to your belongings, to the customer belongings, the monthly installment. So this is still a competitive advantage. Another secret, and I will come back to this slide later, where I was surprised when I came to China, and this slide shows us, and I was a little bit shocked. Before you're getting in a car in China, you have to put money on the table. You have to pay money on the table for tax, you have to pay money on the table for insurance, you have to pay money on the table for registration, and you have to pay additional money on the table for features in the car, around the car, right? And this is a huge amount of money. You can see here this example, 300,000 RMB is the car price. An additional 150,000 RMB are additional costs, right? So what do you have to pay? So coming back to, please allow me to go back, and there is a bubble below our product, and it calls ASP. This was also one last, I call you back to the 1st of April last year. The CBRC allowed us to finance also these kind of additional add-ons. And we said, oh, let's try it. And we started with insurance. And as I was educated in China, you have every year to renew your insurance, okay? And you have to buy every year a new package, year by year by year. We were sitting together with our insurance partner and said, this is possible. Our average term is 3 years in our finance products. Is it possible to offer the customer a 3 years insurance package? And they said, yes, we will create this for you. And we offered this program in our finance program. So also with a, let's say, with a special, I don't like this word discount, but with a special price. So you get 3 years and you're paying 2 years. But this was also a topic what was really appealing our customers. And it comes back to topics, and we are always trying to think like our customers, so customer feedbacks and what are the kind of, let's say, perceptions in their head why they might dream from a BMW but not buying a BMW. And sometimes it's maintenance, cost of ownership, and these kind of things. And we said, okay, why we are not making it easier for the customer? We are putting the package, one package, into it, and the customer has less worries. So we are talking currently with our colleagues in the after sales, and okay, can we also put maintenance features in so that the customer is paying a monthly installment to us, completely worry-free. The only thing what the customer has to do maybe in the future is fuel the car and pay your monthly installment in driving. So what we are trying to do is really to understand the customer needs, and to create packages and financial solutions worry-free. This is the story behind this. So we are offering customers to finance top to the car, tax, insurance, accessories, and with this we are making their life easier. Okay? One of the big headlines here is customization. Try to understand the customer and translate this information into solutions for the customer. We talked about loyalty. It's a very clear matter of fact. A cash customer is less loyal than a finance or a lease customer. But another secret, and this is really proof, this is something where you can really believe us, because you saw the numbers in the US, you saw the numbers in UK, you saw the numbers in Germany. These customers are coming back to the dealerships. That we have CRM programs very holistically implemented, where we give the dealer always the opportunity to reach out to these customers. So a cash customer over a lifetime of 15 years is buying possibly 2 cars. A loan customer is buying 3 cars over the same period. And now we are talking about leasing later in our balloon, so you have even a higher opportunity to sell cars. So for balloon or leasing customers, we are approximately selling 5 cars to the customer over a period of 15 years. And can you imagine this opportunity also from the shareholder perspective, from BMW perspective? So as more as cars as we have in finance programs or in lease programs, as more customers we have there, as higher is the chance to get them back and to buy a new car. Okay? This is the secret of this slide. And it's really proved. So we know that it works in all the other countries, and it will work here in China as well. So with this, I'm coming already to an end, and this is a slide where we are starting now, or I'm starting to hand over to Ivy. But this is also a very, very important slide. So. The story behind this slide is very clear. We see us as one SF. One SF who is taking care of a financial services solution for our customers, complementary. Our company has now 6-7 years experience on the BMW side, on the auto loan side. So, and Ivy's team has 6, 7, 8 years experience on the leasing side. And what we are doing now is we are really leveraging this knowledge. And leveraging this knowledge, we have currently on the auto finance side already 450,000 contracts in our portfolio. So with this kind of experience, we can help Harald to learn from what we are doing. On the other side, we can learn a lot from Harald to understand much more in terms of leasing, the requirements on leasing, the needs, their understanding about the customer, what they are expecting from it, and to leverage really this knowledge. And we think one is much more powerful than if we have 2 separate sorts, philosophies, or visions, right? So with this, this is the control stick. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Uwe. Hello everyone, good afternoon. I'm Ivy Wang from Harald Leasing, and I'm really glad to take this opportunity to share some information or give you a brief introduction about Harald Leasing and also the China automobile leasing market. So, okay, let's first clarify some basic concept. What is leasing? And leasing is composed of 2 parts. One is financial leasing and one is operating leasing. Financial leasing is focused on provide a funding service to the customer to buy a car. It's similar like a loan, but has a little bit of difference. Operating leasing is is focused on to pay for using a car. So that's a total different concept. And what's the differentiation between loan and financial and the leasing? It's the main part is ownership. And during the whole long term and after the long term, the car belonging to the customer. But for the financial lease, during the lease term, the car belonging to the leasing company. After the lease term and the car title should be transferred to the customer. And for the operating leasing, from the beginning and to the end, the car always belonging to the leasing company. And the customer only has the right to use the car. So that's the differentiation between the loan and the lease. So as we already mentioned, for the loan automobile financing market, from the loan parts, the product and the marketing share is already catch up to the mature market in China. But for the leasing market, it still has a big gap compared with the mature market. For example, in US, among the whole financing services in automobile industry, the leasing penetration rate is around 46%. And Germany is around 21%. But in China, we estimate in 2019, the leasing penetration rate should be increased to 6%. Currently, it's around 1 and 2%. So it has a big potential in the future. And for the operating leasing business, we divided the operating leasing business also into two parts. One is we call the traditional leasing business. That's a long-term, short-term leasing business. Like we defined most of 1 year lease term contract called a long-term lease, and under 1 year is called short-term lease. And currently there is another new business model in this market we call on-demand mobility, like a car sharing, ride sharing, and a car hailing business. Just like it's the leasing company combined with a platform like Didi, Yidao to provide mobility services by time. So these three different business models combined as operating leasing business model. So in China, the traditional leasing business, the compound annual growth rate about 10%. But for the on-demand mobility services, it's because in China the internet industry is grows very rapidly, and it's even more mature than other markets. So the on-demand mobility services in China is growing very, very fast, and even currently it's even faster than other mature market, Europe and the US market. So that's the marketing rate. And who is the player in this marketing? For the financial loan and the lease market, let me give you a brief introduction about the history. Automobile financing started in China from around 2000 and 2002, 2003. And at that time, the bank is the main player in this market. They are cooperate with insurance company to provide a retail loan product to the customer. And the first automobile financial services company set up in 2004. That's the Shanghai GM, General Motors Financial Services. And they start to provide the financial loan product from OEM from 2004. And Harold, set up in 2009, is the first company to bring the financial leasing concept into the automobile industry. So after that, there are a lot of players or investors to get into this market. Besides the bank and AFC. Like OEM set up their own leasing company, we know the Daimler Leasing, and for a lot of dealer groups, almost the big dealer groups currently has their own leasing company. And also there are some third-party leasing company like Harold, invested by the active investor. Besides Harold, and there already has Great China and eCapital. From 2014, the BAT got into this market also. Everybody know who is the BAT, right? The Jingdong, Tencent, and the Yiche make a joint venture called Yixin Leasing Company, set up in 2014. And currently, they have more than 1,000 people work for this company and nationwide to provide financial leasing services to the customer. So currently, in the financial leasing and the loan market, financial leasing company become the third main party, the third main players, along with bank and AFC. For the operating leasing business, it's a very interesting market currently in China. And compared with mature market like US and Europe, currently there are a lot of big operating leasing companies in the mature market like LeasePlan and GE Capital. Also, in Europe, BMW has their own operating leasing company named Alphabet. They manage more than 100,000 cars. Like Alphabet manage over 600,000 cars in Europe, and LeasePlan over 1 million cars. But in China, the biggest operating leasing company we all know is CAR Shenzhou, and the total car portfolio is around 100,000. So the second one is Yihai, and the total units is around 40,000. But we have more than 20,000 operating leasing company all over the nation. So the marketing in operating leasing business is quite different from the mature market. And also currently, along with the on-demand mobility services growing very fast. So some of the internet platform, car platform is getting bigger and bigger, like Didi, and there is some regional car platform like Shouqi and CR. So that's the main player in the two different markets. Okay, come to the Harold. Harold set up in 2009, and in April 2016, last year, become BMW Group member, become a BMW Group company. And currently we have 233 employees and 57 branches over the nation, and have 5 regions. This is our ultra according to some of our colleagues' requirements, and after the acquisition, and Harold set up new restructure the company, And this orchard already approved by the group. And it's very similar. We take the AFC and Alphabet Ultra as reference and restructure the Herald organization structure. So it's a similar, like the other BMW entities. And under the CEO, we have C-level, we have a sales marketing pillar and operation pillar, financial pillar, and also the risk management. And also after the acquisition, we redefined our business strategy, and we decided to focus on we set up our new vision. Our new vision is we shift premium mobility services in China. And we will focus on these 4 pillars, business pillars. One is we will keep our market-made financial leasing service business, which is the original Herald business. And also we will develop the BMW leasing business, which is currently is already launched through our BMW dealers. And also we will focus on the corporate business, which is more like the operating leasing business. And we will build our capability to provide on-demand mobility. And all these 4 business pillars, we will synergy with other BMW Group China other entities. This is some project since we acquired by BMW, and we provide the leasing services and design the leasing product for our BMW stakeholders. Like we provide i3 project leasing project for the BBS6 and for the embassy last year. And also cooperate with after sales and to provide the courtesy car leasing business. And also we provided the key insurance to our customer, to our retail customers. And we cooperate with UDB to launch the Reach Now project in a gateway, and which is managed by Herald. And the most important things is under the AFC lead and the support, we launched the BMW leasing business. Actually, last year, November, we launched the first phase. And this year, April, we launched the second phase, which is more similar with this AFC loan product, and give our customer no differentiation from the operation and from the application. So this product is getting, it's very successful, and currently our leasing product already covered more than 396 dealers, all of the BMW dealers. We are planning to cover 436 dealers by the end of this year. And also we start to with AFC help and support. We already start to design the motorized retail and wholesale leasing product. So this is the detailed information about how do the HLL in charge of in Reach Now product. And for Reach Now, the UDD and the BMW should other stakeholders take the responsibility in charge of to provide the cars and provide the Reach Now platform. And HLL will will provide the local local operations and also the funding to this project. Of course, as a new member of the BMW, we still facing we still during our integration period, and we facing some challenges. The main challenges is for the three parts. One is a business, and we definitely according our new shareholder, we set up our new business strategy and focus on the BMW brand. I can share a number with you. And last year, the BMW business in Harold portfolio is about 3% penetration rate. But this year, the BMW brand penetration rate should be increasing to up to the 77%. So that's a big change for the business strategy for this company. But so far, the change management and getting smoothly and pretty well. And also, we will develop our operating leasing capability and access to mobility services market. And for the culture, Harold as a nation company and the culture is totally different from the international Western company. So we need to bridge the Harold entrepreneurship culture with BMW basic principle and the governance model. This is also a big challenge for the Harold, but after almost 1 year integration, and this it's a long journey to integration the culture, but our colleagues has fully confident to build the new culture in Harold to bridging the both differentiation. And for the people, of course, last year we did a lot of change management activities, and we just got a survey from our colleague yesterday, and the feedback is pretty positive, and people think currently the company is getting more structure, and the vision and the strategy more clear, and yeah, they have more confidence on this. Of course, to do the operating leasing business, mobility business, it's not only new for Harold, but also new for the BMW Group China. So we definitely need more talent with innovation, adaptation to the BMW culture, and willing to face challenge. So that's the beginning of Harold's journey in BMW Group, and I think we can share that with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for Guo and Abby give us a speech and let us know the One SF concept and let us know the secret where we are growing so fast. And also let us know what's the definition about the leasing and loan, operating leasing and financial leasing. Thank you so much. And yeah, before the meeting, we collect several questions from our colleagues, and we summarize a little bit, and some of them you have already covered, and some of them still need your further explanation. Yeah. And what first one talking about the we still the colleagues still have curiosity about the financial service market. Tell you about the key players and the competitors. Tell me more about it.
Okay. Let me take the slides. If I'm not wrong, we have one in the. Yeah. Yeah, this is always interesting. So it's if I can start with the answer, and yes, I'm totally impressed about China. The BADs, so the Baidu, Alibaba, Tencent. Yes, I'm completely familiar with WeBank, MyBank, Alipay, and I think internet plays a huge role and is the whole is a big engine for the transformation in China. And we have also big commercial banks. We have, let's say, banks who are getting more familiar with retail business. Do we get nervous? No. and I think for the first is it has to be a motivation for us, right? And one thing what we are doing is we are, and this is maybe the biggest differentiator to, and I don't take the commercial banks yet. If you have the retail banks, we are the specialist for BMW and Mini only. We know the OEMs, we know the dealer, we know the processes, and we know how we can make and we know the customer. Don't forget this, we know the customer. So, which means what we are doing is we are building up a service universe for all stakeholders who is really unique. A bank can do this only, they are doing this in a mess. They are not customizing it for BMW or for any other one. And I give you another example. So it's, as you know, the business model in China is very unique. We are not doing the business alone. We have also cooperation banks because sometimes we have regulations kicking in where we are not be able to facilitate the business as we would like, but we have to make sure that we are selling the cars and that the dealer universe is functioning. Okay. So, but the simple thing is we are using cooperation banks. So we have a universe where the customer gets everything, one single touch point. If you are going in the dealership and there is another bank who would like to offer financial services to, the customer has to leave the dealership, has to go to a branch, has to start the paperwork, and I don't know, it takes ages to get what we need, what you need. So this business is really, this is also speed business. What I told you is this is emotion coming together, right? So customers thinking a lot, the family is with them on the car, test drives, then maybe this model, all these kind of things. So, but in the moment of truth, you need to close the deal. And you need to close the deal is that we have to prepare such a convenient service in a kind of speed where the salesperson, the dealer, and the customer can finalize the contract. It doesn't matter if it's the sales contract plus the finance contract or not. So, long story short, is we have a huge respect for the competitor, but the competitors are for us the motivation to do even more for our customers and to customize it really for our BMW and Mini customers together with the dealer. Another example is this. I'm not looking for the customer, the CSI, so the customer satisfaction, or the DISS. One of the biggest secrets last year was the right side. So the right side is, we're talking about always products, sometimes you are talking about interest rates, we are talking about monthly installment. The secret in our business is to make a fast and a reliable credit decision on the customer. If we like it or not, because this is really significant for us. We're lending money to people and we're betting on it. No. We have the confidence that they are paying the money back. Only then it works, right? So the biggest secret here is that we have a credit decision process, and behind this, colleagues, this is really science. This is big data, this is artificial intelligence, this is done from Beijing for whole China, over 30 provinces, where we have to know the customer, and let me say, is this Mrs. Lee in the East region, or is Mr. Wang in Kunming, or is this our customer in Shenyang. So this is something what is really science. This is very complicated, but at the end of the day, we are creating a concept where we are doing it online. So the 50 is the message very simple. Every second credit application is done automatically without any touch point in only seconds. So the F&I manager put the data in the system, push the button, send this to Beijing. Then we have the mathematics, algorithm, and all these kinds of things, fuzzy logic behind this. And in seconds, we are getting it back, giving it back to the dealer. So I ask you, we are all familiar with China and banks. If you go in the bank today and you would like to make an application for a loan, do you think you get it in 10 seconds? No. So this is internet, this is speed, this is convenient, this is reliable, and this is simple. And this is customized for BMW and Mini. And this makes the things easier. When we came to China, another big example is for me always, when we came to China and said, okay, the first thing what we ask is, how much paper or how much signatures has a customer to do? And I think 2 years ago, it was 5 signatures, 20 pages on the contract. What we did as well, we put the contract in the system and we said we have to slim it down. Sit with our lawyers together and how much contract do we need, legal-wise? How many signatures do we need, legal-wise? So we reduced everything to 5 pages and 2 signatures. Very convenient, very easy to operate this in the dealerships, and also very easy for the customer to apply. So one of the big feedbacks on the left side is we have one of the highest customer satisfaction score here. So I don't show off with this, but this is really technology. It's a combination out of technology, knowledge, science to create absolutely convenient processes for our customer. Can this someone do out of our universe? Maybe in the future, but not today. So banks in China cannot customize it as we are customizing it for our BMW and Mini customers. And Ivy mentioned this for, we had this kind of pilot for BMW leasing. We started in November, and in November we had still a manual process. Then we tried to really leverage the synergies of the AFC and copy the process for leasing. And we went live, I think it was the 8th of May, so 8 is always a lucky number, and it was a really fantastic start. Because for customer and for the dealer, no difference in the process. Convenient, fast, and absolutely reliable. At the end of the day, what every public customer asks is simple, fast, reliable. And this is something where we are looking into the processes. Okay? There was another question in terms of if you're looking into, and I will never forget this. Last year I made a trip through China and I visited Baidu, Alibaba, Tencent. And Alibaba, it was in Hangzhou and then it was also here in Beijing, and they were very proud of their online application process, right? And I have to admit they are doing it the same like we over whole China. And I said, and I asked him, I said, how many applications do operate for China per day? And he told me 200. I didn't say anything, and I went home to my guys and said, okay, I know the number from Alibaba, 200. At this time, we operated 2,000 per day on the BMW side. So it works, and it is, for me, is Alibaba, Tencent, Baidu, other startups, the motivation to invest in technology, in artificial intelligence, to make our service even better than today. I'm not afraid of it, because the last 1.5 years they showed us we are able to do it, and we are our competitive advantage is we are doing it exclusively for our BMW and Mini customers.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Long answer, sorry.
But we know we really customize something for our own customers. This is our competitive advantage. Yeah. And the second question from our colleague is regarding the what's the China special market features or regulation requirements? Yeah, and for this part, it will impact us a lot. So yeah, I think you prefer this one, yeah, to give us a little bit explanation. Yeah.
This picture speaks for itself, right? Every market, let me start so. Every market has regulations. It doesn't matter where you are. If you are in Europe, you have the European Bank. If you have US, if you have Australia, everywhere you have your regulations. You have your banking regulations, customer protection right, IT security, everywhere. The difference is in China, and there's always something where I have to get used to it. The management is sometimes tougher. So the measures are sometimes tougher because in the rest of the world you don't get, I call it, and I don't like this word, sorry, forgive me, but we are calling it in China quota. So in China you get the allocation of your lending capacity, so how much you can lend to the customer in a kind of portion. And sometimes this is bigger and sometimes this is smaller. And as everybody knows, we have since March, April, with the first indication in December and January, the so-called deleveraging policy in China. Right? You know, so the deleveraging policy in China, I don't give you now a lecture in economy, but in 2017, this is for the auto finance company, and I think for all players in the financial market, all banks, all security, funding, all players in the financial market, much tougher than last year. And my personal expectation is this kind of toughness will also last longer. By knowing this, that it might last longer, I'm glad to have Ivy on my side because we can leverage our forces with two entities under two different regulations much better. And with the go live of BMW leasing, we showed very quick that we have recognized maybe the overarching, let's say, direction. And with this, I think it was on the right time, the right strategy to have with Harrod another opportunity for us, for BMW Financial Services, let me call it in this way, to support our reader and our customers. And it works, and that's good to know.
So this is a good answer for another question for Harrod Leasing is why did BMW Group acquire Harrod Leasing? So Andy, do you have some comments on that part?
Yes, that's right. I think BMW Group acquire a local leasing company in China has two purposes. One is just like we mentioned, we can provide a complement leasing product to support our BMW sales. And because under the two company under the different regulation. So Harrod can provide a more broader business scope. So this is the one reason. The other reason is I think due to the new technology development, especially for, in the automobile industry, like automatic and car internet or car networking. And in the future, more and more people will choosing the user car instead of own a car. So from the strategic vision from the BMW Group to to acquire a leasing company and can provide the mobility services in the future for BMW brand, is definitely a wise choice. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your joint answer.
Maybe
Yeah,
give me one.
Yeah,
This is
sure.
very important. I got back to this slide. And Ivan made it right. What we are experiencing here in China is the evolution of customer behavior. Okay? So go back to my first slide. In 2010, 2011, 2012, we sold the car to, let's say, people in my age, right? So customers becoming more and more younger, and even more younger. We are talking about the 80s, we are talking about the 90s. We are even starting to talk to the millennials. So with this, you can, and this is faster than in any other country, is the adaptation of new things in China. The best example is for me bike sharing. It shows really how quick it goes from 0 to 5 million bikes. And what we think, and I think this is not only thinking, I'm absolutely convinced, the customer will also change in their, let's say, behavior in terms of owning a car, using a car. Bicycle is for me the best example. So there is awareness, there is a willingness there. What we have to do is we have to prepare it. It will not come overnight, but it will not come faster than in any other of the so-called matured markets. And this is something where we have to be ready. And one thing we have to consider strategically as well. What do you think, how will a big city like Beijing look like in 2025? Which kind of role will EV cars play in the core of the city? And with this kind of development, we are absolutely convinced you need leasing opportunities, sharing opportunities, hailing opportunities, but you need every time a company who is managing the assets on the balance sheet. Didi is not managing any of their cars on their own balance sheet. So we need to build up in the next 3, 4, 5, 6 years, and this is also one of the questions, our capabilities and our competencies to manage the demands and the upcoming demands here in China. And I personally believe Beijing in 2025, in terms of what happened in the first ring road, second ring road, third ring road, you might see different cars, right? And this will be in Shanghai, Hangzhou, Shenzhen, in the bigger cities. And I think this is absolutely the right way to get us ready, to build up strategically the competence, to facilitate the market with financial services, and to build up the competence to manage the assets on the balance sheet of our company. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you. And the third question is about the goals regarding for the coming 3 years. What's the goals about the SF, one SF overall, let's say, our job force? Yeah.
Will you start or me? I start?
Yeah, I think there's also a slides prepared and
it is coming back to what I started to say a couple of minutes ago. This is product, right? So I think still I'm stick to the statement, and this was developed by our team. We have the responsibility to accelerate the dream for our BMW customers, right? So by doing this, this is not only this. This is, yes, we need the right products, we need the right services, and we need also to leverage And I explained to you, for example, this example with auto approval. So how fast can we make a credit decision? Think further. Today, the identification of the customer is still a person, signature, check of the ID card. Tomorrow is a biometrics, right? So you're taking a selfie, we have a software, we are checking you, are you really you? Okay? So the next one is the identification of the people, we are software. The next one is e-contract. So you can do everything electronic. The next thing is, do you need to sign it, or can I use your fingerprint? Or can I use your arm? So these are things that we are talking about artificial intelligence in the next 3, 4, or 5 years. So we are not doing everything in 3 or 4 or 5 years, but we have to look into it. How convenient, easy, simple, reliable can we do it? And also with the quality to make sure that we have really good portfolio on the books for our customers. So it's a combination out of customizing financial solutions and absolutely easygoing, convenient services. Okay?
So, and comments from my perspective?
I think this slide is already defines very clearly, and for the today, midterm, and the long-term business in the future, Harold and ASC as one answer for each time.
Yeah.
We will provide not only the financial funding services, but also for the mobility services.
Okay. Then come to the question from our online colleagues. Regarding the question is for the digitalization, I think. Yeah. Do we have any strategies to leverage digitalization in our financial services business? Yeah.
I think I gave already an answer. This slide shows you a little bit. Think about it. A couple of seconds ago, I was talking about artificial intelligence, biometrics, e-contract, or signing not anymore with the signature physically, using the fingerprint. This is for me digitalization. Right? Mm-hmm. That's technology. You can see it here as well. We already started. When we started 5 or 6 years ago, customer interaction, if we are booking a contract, we are welcoming a customer and we are serving this customer until the end of the contract. 36 months, right? Every month we are coming back to the customer and we are direct debit, we are getting money from the customer. So we are permanently in the interaction with the customer. We have already started from physical call options where a customer is calling us via phone. 70% of our customer interaction is already via chat. Okay? So we are also starting to the case, sometimes customers calling us asking about, so what is my outstanding amount? We have already an online e-statement. And another point is, and maybe this is one of the, if you are talking about digitalization, this is one of the big things, and this is completely unique in China, for China, and I don't believe we have it in any other country currently. We are really having a Scrum team. Have you ever heard about a Scrum team? So people from BVA, CRM, from NSC, from the tech team IT, from financial services. We put them in one office, and we said very clear, make the whole business 360 degrees, absolutely convenient for the customer. Eliminate all the apps from, I don't know, sometimes you're a BMW customer and you have 20 apps. It doesn't make sense. So do we have one app and you can get the service from everybody? Because if a BMW customer enters a dealership and he gets the car and the services, it doesn't matter for the customer, it's a BMW company 1, 2, 3, 4. We are all BMW. Okay? And this is something what we are now doing here with fantastic progress. And the interesting point is we have these kind of boxes vertical, but these people are working also horizontal. So they are not saying, okay, I'm not only taking care for my SF part, no, they are also responsible for parts cross. And really to make the journey of the customer as convenient as possible and to understand the needs and the wants of our customers as well. So one of the big things what might happen, and also unique here in China, is that we are saying, okay, all our experience from different areas in terms of payment, and we, for example, we have 5 million, operating 5 million payments between us and the customer every year, or even more. So we are leveraging this knowledge and said, okay, can we have across all entities one online payment function for the customer? And it's the same. It's never done before. We will do it here in China, and I think, if I'm not wrong, we will go live in the first quarter 2018. So this is one of the things. We are also going in all the niches, and we are sometimes we're finding things where say, okay, oh my God, divisions, departments started to create their own interpretation of digitization. And for example, for BMW Financial Services, we found out that we have a calculator for new car, we have a calculator for Mini, we have a calculator for BMW, for used car, I don't know, 9 different calculators, and we need only one. So, and we are cleaning up the whole bench and say, okay, if we have one, we can have a much more convenient service for everybody. And this is also something where we are looking into every area now and say, okay, what is necessary and what is not necessary. And what is relevant for our customer, what is not relevant for our customer. I think a unique project, the right approach in the 21st century, and break down the walls in terms of companies. So we are one BMW, and we have the responsibility for the customer 360 degrees. And I think this is the right approach.
Yeah,
Is this the answer?
Yeah, that's very great. I think, yes, the colleague said that's already answered. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay, the next question for Andy. People are curious about the Reach Now, and I'm not sure whether you can give the answer today, but they are looking at to see whether the current Reach Now can open to the public customer, not only our BMW associates.
Oh, that depends on the project owner and not the Harrow, because Harrow just provide the services and cars, and the UDBCN is the project owner, and when they can open to the public, it depends on their position.
Can I make one comment? And colleagues, I think we have together the responsibility for BMW here in China, and one big topic is as well coming and saying, okay, we are responsible for having the right products, the right services, and at the end of the day, we have also very clear obligations to generate profit, right? So one thing, and coming back to your question, I think we are doing it right. We started here in Beijing, and starting in Beijing as a pilot is you need to understand the customer. You need to understand, and it's much more than sharing, right? So how does it work? Park place, you are using the cars, how often you are using the cars, and as an employee or not employee, how you are using the cars and taking care for the assets. So in terms of cost, what is generated to clean up the cars or damages and repairs. So this is the fine thing. If I'm not wrong, we are also looking for another pilot. So the next pilot will be bigger and not in Beijing, but the pilot gives us also the opportunity to make experience. We have to be absolutely sure that we are doing the right things, generating profit, meeting the customer rights, needs and wants, and then to make the next step and say, okay, what comes next? In one shot, to make China happy, it could be a huge challenge and a huge risk. So we need to understand this, we need to adapt this, and I think in China you have also maybe customers in Beijing treating a car differently than in Chengdu, Shanghai, Hangzhou, or so. This is also something what we have to learn, right? And think about the infrastructures. So we have to understand that the Beijing infrastructure is different to Hangzhou, Shanghai, or other cities. So this is really complicated. It is not like OFO, so bike sharing. This is much more complicated to do it with a car.
Yeah. Okay, so we still need some time to make it work enough, right?
And we have to prove the business model, right?
Yeah, you're right. Okay, and here another question for the leasing, operating leasing and the financial leasing. So, will you involve in operating leasing or only financial leasing? Which one will bring leasing potential from market?
I just give an introduction for leasing business. They're composed two parts. So the two parts is also has a very big potential in China. For the leasing company in the mature market like Alphabet, LeasePlan, they will provide the both financial lease and operating lease. But in China, the things is a little bit different. Currently, just like I previously mentioned, the company who provide financial leasing business, they are not provide the operating leasing business. And for the company who focus on the operating leasing business, they are not provide financial leasing business. But for Herald, as we set up the company, we have a dream. We would like to be a full functional leasing company in China. Probably the first so we can offer financial leasing business along with operating leasing business because this is in our business scope. So there is no reason we cannot we just provide one of them.
Okay. So any questions from the outside people here?
Well, just a quick question to you. When you talk about the lead time, the efficiency and convenience for the customers to get a car off the loan, what's the current lead time or kind of for our customers?
When I will never forget. So the first thing what you have to do is if you're speeding up things. What we did in 2014 is first we eliminated the old IT and we customized an IT system for us. Free connection, right? Services IT. Yes. Another big topic is services people, right? So and process. So we defined and standardized processes. So coming back to this, I will never forget one of my first goals for the company was I would like to have you deliver 80% of our application in 1 hour. 80% in 1 hour. This was before we went live with the technology. The reason was very simple. You need to prepare the organization. Another big topic is if you would like to do it online, you need data. And a very simple thing is you need equality on the data. Otherwise you cannot operate, right? So we said to the sales guys, hey guys, I need the target for the people in the field. We call it the dog error ratio or something like this, right? And get this down. If you don't get it down, you cannot really accelerate the system and the speed, right? So, and the lead time, if I'm not wrong, I think 80% is currently better than 15 minutes, something like this. So you have still cases where you need more time. You have corporate customer where you have to investigate and you cannot do it online, you have to do it, this is normal. But on the private customer side, I would say almost in 80% in 50 minutes, right? So 50% is definitely in seconds. This is really 10 seconds, and then sometimes you need more time in investigation. But there's also maybe one of the secrets is we need to upgrade our system. So you mentioned Alibaba, for example. Alibaba has no bank license. Alibaba is micro bank management. This is the deposit on one side, and on the other side they give you a credit line, right? And they are doing this on the kind of the quality of view measured by transaction. So how many products and on time and these kind of things. What we are currently looking into, can we buy data? So can we get data, additional data? So not where we are personalizing it to you, we are personalizing it, we are creating profiles. So females between 21 and 24, males between 25 and coming out of this postcode area or this area, this city, this area. So big data, intelligence, getting in the score, the more data we have, the more reliable are the results, and as faster we can make decisions. Okay? Was it a good answer?
I think it's good, it's surprising you a little bit.
Yeah, there is a lot of people prominently talking about big data. We have to do it. We have to do it. Last year we had 300,000 credit position on the table. So, and you can do it with 1,000 people, or you can do it with very intelligent systems, but with less people. And even if you're the people, you don't have to charge the speed, you know. So you have with the intelligence, also the speed and the convenience. You are interested in? Yeah.
Okay, so now it's already 2:32, already time runs up. Yeah, it's
What a pity.
Yeah. And thank you so much for
Thank
you
you.
and give us even more deeper and how to say better introduction about the One FS concept and also your business.
Thanks
you
for
so
your
much.
interest. Have a good afternoon.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.